good afternoon. This is Principal Taylor, and every week in the coming weeks, we're going to do something called Taylor Talk, and we're going to spend some time on Fridays just sort of catching up, so you guys can have some information about things that are coming, things that you might need to know, things that may be good information for you to have for your students in their classrooms. Okay, so I have some testing information. There's actually 3 different tests, and we'll talk to you briefly about. The first is the IPT test. Ms. Ortiz Ramos would have sent those letters home to our ELL students, or the potential of being an ELL student. Those tests are by law mandated, so they have to be taken, and they have to be taken in our building. So if you got a letter or received a letter from Ms. Ortiz, if you would reach out to her, and then she will schedule a time for you to take that test. All right, iReady virtual students can schedule a time to come in and take the iReady test, or you can take that test at home with your teacher when your teacher has scheduled to take that test. If you want to come in, all I ask is that you reach out to Ms. Feliciano, and you'll see the email on the bottom of the screen where you can set up your appointment time to take your iReady test here in the building. STAR testing for kindergarten students. All kindergartners are required to take the STAR test. It has to be taken in person, so that means you have to come on into the building. Once again, Ms. Feliciano is the contact for that. So if you're a kindergarten student, we need you to take the STAR test, schedule the time with Ms. Feliciano to come into the building, and we'll make sure that social distancing is happening and that they can get that test done as quickly as possible. All right, so drive-throughs will be happening next Tuesday for our 6th grade, 7th grade, and 8th grade students. And lane 1 will be 6th grade. So as you come through the back of the school, lane 1, 6th grade, 7th and 8th grade are going to share lane 3. So if you'll just remember that for Tuesday, and that is from 4 p.m. until 6 p.m. All right, if you cannot make it to the drive-throughs in the previous, because this past week we did our kindergarten all the way through our 5th grade. If you are unable to make it to that, if you can just reach out to your teacher, and then they will communicate a time where you can come up to the main office and get your resources or your supplies. However, we do need you to contact your teacher first so we can make sure we have those products up there for you to pick up. Check out our mobile learning device page. It's this page provides virtual learning updates and school daily schedules. It's just sort of the one-stop shop where you can go and get information that you need on a daily basis about things that are going on from a technology standpoint and from our daily schedule standpoint. Attendance. Students must go into Zoom with their teacher to be marked as present. So just completing an assignment and turning an assignment in does not count as present. They need to go into their teacher's Zoom session so that they can be marked present. And then of course the assignment is very important as well, but going in and logging in and getting that contact with the teacher is what gives the official attendance. And please make sure students have first and last name on their Zoom account when they access meetings. That gives the teacher an understanding of who it is. We don't want people entering meetings that don't belong in those classrooms. So it's important that their first and last name is listed so the teacher knows, especially if they're in a waiting room, and then they can know to let them in as quickly as possible. If a student has been marked absent by some accident or in error, we want you to reach out to your teachers to make sure that they are able to rectify that for you. So if you know for a fact Johnny or Elisa or someone was absent on a given day, marked absent, but they were there, reach out to your teacher and we can get that taken care of. Please remember that no outside food can be brought into the building for your students. So when they come with their bag in the morning, that can be a bag lunch that you had, that you prepared for them, or that they may have had the night before or whatever, and you've made that their lunch. But we cannot accept parents coming on campus during the school day bringing Subway, Taco Bell, Wendy's, things like that. It's either they come with their bag lunch in the morning when they arrive, or they can purchase from here in the cafeteria. If you guys would help us with that, that would be easy and safe and great for everybody. All right, the mobile code of conduct must be completed by all of our mobile students. And there's going to be a link that you'll see at the bottom of the screen here for your students to go in and do that if they've not already. Hopefully they've completed it, but the mobile code of conduct is mandatory. We must have, even students that are here, they do a face-to-face contract, same thing. It's our quarterly code of conduct that has to be filled out and signed. Also, house wristbands for the houses that students have been selected for are going to be handed out on Tuesday and Thursday next week for blended kids and face-to-face kids. Mobile kids will be getting theirs, but not until they return back to campus. We'll make sure that they get their bands as soon as they arrive. But all our face-to-face and our blended will be getting those this coming Tuesday and or Thursday, depending on the blended student's schedule. And mobile students will receive the mobile students will get their bands when they come, so I don't want you to feel like that they're not going to get their bands. They will, but we have to get them back on campus, and we didn't feel like it would be appropriate to have a drive-by just for wristbands. We've asked a lot of you already, parents, and we do appreciate your support, so we're going to get those wristbands to them as soon as we possibly can. So once again, this is Mr. Taylor Talk. I'm going to give you new information every week. We hope that this will find you in a place where it will be very helpful for you as you're navigating the day-to-day. We know it's a challenge,